Hey guys, how's it going? All muscle. Wanted to show you my 66 El Camino. We did a LT1 motor drop in here just recently. We're working on the wiring for the interior. I got the fuse block mounted down there in the corner. But the next thing I'm going to be doing is the transmission pan. We've got a LT1 here, like I mentioned, and we have a 4L60E behind it, and this was out of a 96 Corvette. The 4L60 underneath it has a pretty raunchy looking pan, and the tail shaft is not going to work with this assembly here. So let me see if I can show you the pan here. Got a little light going. Alright, so we've got a leak in this back corner on this trans. So basically I know the gasket here is shot because that's where they tend to leak from when the gasket's shot. And if you look at it, it's just overall a crusty looking pan. And the tail shaft housing is a set style for the Corvette, and it's not going to work in this application. The Corvette has a special torque bar that attaches to the rear of the transmission, and this it's not gonna be the case in this assembly here. So let me show you what I've got. Let me show you what I've got to remedy the situation. Okay, so here I have the Hughes Performance. This is a HP 370E, or HP 3780E, I'm sorry. And then we've got a 4L60E deep aluminum pan. So this is a really nice pan. It comes with the gasket, comes with a filter, and then I believe there's hardware in here as well. Here's the hardware here. So it's an all-inclusive kit for changing the pan, and then also the filter as well. And it's a damn solid pan. Let me show you the underside of it. It's a solid pan. It's got a nice drain plug on it, like the factory one does not, which is very helpful when you're draining these pans. It's kind of a pain because the fluid comes out around the edges, and it's a lot easier with the drain plug. You can see the drain plug here in the middle, and then if you look at this pan, I mean, this thing's a 1/4 inch thick. I mean, it's a nice solid pan. And then the remedy on the tail shaft housing, we're going to go from the tail shaft housing on the Corvette to this style tail shaft, where it has the two mounting screws or holes there for the cross member, the style that we need. So this is the style. I believe this was on a, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is an Astrovan tail shaft, and these are pricey. This specific tail shaft is a limited. There's a limited number of these, so there's a lot. It was pretty expensive. I believe that tail shaft ended up running me about $120. So we're gonna get to work on that. The tail shaft, we're gonna drain the fluid. We're gonna put the while there's no fluid in the rear there, we're gonna take the tail shaft off, and then we're gonna put that up. And we're not gonna put any fluid. The only thing I don't have right now is the fluid. But since we're not gonna be firing this up anytime soon, we're gonna go ahead and put the fluid in at a later date. So as long as I get the pan and the tail shaft assembled, I'm fine. I'm good to go with that. Also, another thing I wanted to show you, I've got a LS motor swap plan for this G body. This is an '87 Oldsmobile, and we're putting an LS1, and we're going to take that 204R trans that is in their stock. We're going to take that out and put a 4L60 behind the LS1. A little cleanup work that's going to happen in this engine bay. This previously had a LT1 motor in here as well, and we had it all wired up and running off the original wiring harness, I think off of a Cadillac. There's a Cadillac Fleetwood that came with the LT1 in the 93, 94 to 96 model years. So we had the LT1 in here, and then we had it mated with the 4R trans, and it had a kick down cable, which you can see here, and this thing was a pain in the ass to get adjusted, and it was just I didn't like the way it shifted. I couldn't ever get it right. So hopefully going with the 4L60, it'll be a nicer unit, smoother shifting and whatnot. So I'm gonna get to work on this. I'm gonna probably make a video series on this one here. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna take it one step at a time. These two cars, this G body here and the El Camino that I have in here, are my back burner car. I call them my back burner cars. They're the cars that I have that basically just sit and wait in hopes to get worked on here and there. I don't really rush or do too much on these at once. The other cars that I'm constantly working on are the cars here in my inventory, and I do a lot of parts. I sell a lot of parts. I sell a lot of you know, certain cars that I can make right. I'll sell them complete, but otherwise most of my cars end up being parted. I've got this Grand Sport here. I'm going to make another video series on that, and I just got in a 08 Mustang GT back there in the blue. My son's already working on that, but we're going to make different videos on each one of these units as we get to them. And for right now, we're going to get to work on this transmission setup, and we'll get back to you on the after these messages. Actually, we have messages from our sponsor and whatever and whatnot. And you guys have a good day. We'll go ahead and get to work, and that's it. See you guys on the next one.